Hey guys, time for another installment of Song of the Week. Ric Callis will be featured this week. He'll be doing a song that I wrote in August of 2018 entitled The Musket and the Plow. A couple of weeks ago I featured myself here on Song of the Week, and I did a song called The Wizard's Lies. And if I'm not mistaken, I believe memory serves me correctly in saying that I wrote these songs, I think, on the same day. I believe we were down by the lake, which we filmed The Wizard's Lies down by the lake at our friend's house that we were staying with for a little while, visiting with them. And I believe before I wrote that song that Rick sent me some music and requested lyrics for that song, and I wrote The Musket and the Plow. Listening to the music, the idea came to me rather quickly about the Civil War and how a man that lived right along the dividing line of the states, the war between the states, how he was caught up in the midst of it and he didn't want any part of it. He wanted to stay neutral, but so many times war and conflict demands that we choose sides, and so therefore he came embroiled in the situation. And listen to the song, you'll find out how it ended, but it's not good. But it's a song that Rick really came up with a good idea musically with, and then when he did the lyrics and how it all came together, I think that you'll enjoy this tune. Rick did a fabulous job with it. When Miss Scudder and I were recording this, I made a major omission. I forgot to mention that Ronald Hasledon played a part in the music. I forget exactly what he contributed. I believe it was the banjo and maybe some other instrumentation. But I'll put a link to Ronald's channel in the description box so that you can visit him as well. I found some footage of a Civil War reenactment that I added to the video to make it appear more authentic with the lyrics of the song. And The Musket and the Plow, the guy that is forced to choose between the two. We hope that you'll stay tuned for the song and leave a comment and give us a thumbs up. I know Rick and I will appreciate it, and appreciate you tuning in again for Song of the Week. And until next time, may the good Lord bless you real good.
Of Lincoln, in the days of unrest, he lived along the Ohio, the wide open Midwest. Secession was in the air, but battle lines were being drawn, questions were being asked, which side are you on? Which side are you on? One hand on the musket, one hand on the plow. Stand with the gray and fight for the South. How can war be civil when blood cries from the ground for a man in the middle, holding a musket and a plow? His farm was his life, his family was his soul. When he heard the distant cannons, his blood it ran cold. days of conflict when the battle lines are drawn. The battle lines are drawn. One hand on the musket, one hand on the plow. Stand with the blue and make the North proud. How can war be civil when blood cries from the ground? For a man in the middle, holding a musket and a plow. What shall be recalled about the manner which we sing, when nothing was recorded in history, not a thing? When the first band arrived, they didn't like his response. He and his family were all murdered in the spring of '61. It was the spring of '61. One hand on the musket, one hand on the plow. The battle has ended along the Ohio now. In the war that wasn't civil, his blood cries from the ground. No justice for the man holding the musket